All right, we're live from my bedroom, and we're
making music.
We are making music, like we're having a little jam session going here in my bedroom. That's what the next guest we're going to talk to. She has something called salon parties. I would have called them a saloon party because it's BYOB, and she invites popular musicians to play in her house, 30 people max. But find out who her next guest is. But before we talk to her, I'd like to talk about our sponsors.
Tidies.com. And why am I doing this again?
For the reach, they're our sponsor. And we'd also like to thank
saferglow.com. I really want a hat and a shirt.
And the L wire that you can attach to make you brighter at night and safer. And we'd also like to thank
rdcmusic.ca. Can't wait to record my song
in his sweet studio. Yeah, and you can, so click on him. But before we talk to our guest,
let's start a fire with a magnifying glass and blow up the house.
No house blowing. But first,
I'm just in this for the money and the free stuff. Oh yeah, did I mention the money?
Right, and we'd also like to. We're here for the
theme song.
Yeah. Yes, I signed my soul on the dotted line. Yes, I signed my soul on the dotted line.
Hi, Dina.
Hi, Ben.
Usually I have questions, but I'm not sure what you do. So my first question is, what do you do?
Pertaining to the music industry.
That's my sideline. I hold music concerts in my living room.
Okay. Who is your influence?
Well, influence to have the concerts?
Wait, what would the other influence be, though?
No, that's right. And why the concerts?
Well, I love music, and I love to see musicians play in small, intimate settings. And musicians need money, right?
Right.
And I wanted to make my house, utilize my house space, sort of turn it into a small business as well.
Okay, what was your first gig?
The first.
Well, my first show was in December. I had the legendary blues guitar player Paul James.
Oh, cool. What was your biggest gig or concert?
Well, I've only had the one so far.
Okay.
It's a venture.
Yes.
Okay, how much people...
And he's a legend in Canada, so...
About how much people were there?
Well, I think I had about 25 paid customers, and I had maybe 8 non-paid as friends, musicians, artists who don't have any money but came to support me.
Yeah. Who's your favorite musician?
My favorite musician? Well, that's a loaded question. I have lots of favorites. I guess my biggest influence was Bob Dylan.
Okay.
All right, Sammy.
Hi, yo.
Hi, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you some questions about books on. Yo, read this with Samson. Okay. First question.
Who?
About books. Like.
Okay.
You're popping your peas. You're going crazy over there.
Okay. So, first question. What's your favorite author?
My favorite author. Oh, that's a tough one for me. I don't do much reading.
Yeah, we find that with a lot of musicians.
I honestly can't even tell you that. I know that there's some good authors out there. I can name one if you want, like Isaac Asimov.
Okay. What's your favorite book?
You're on the wrong line of questioning for me, honey.
See, yo, read this with Samson.
Okay, let's skip to the questions that don't involve.
No, you should go right through it
Okay.
because what you get right after that is, hey, did you ever write a book?
Oh, yeah. Did you ever write a book?
Or
Or
think-
are you writing a book?
I've done a little bit of writing, but a long time ago, and it was about music.
Oh. So now on to the questions that don't involve books. Okay.
Right.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
What are you doing?
I don't know Pokemon, honey.
Okay. Go get Martin then.
Nice.
He's not here. He's in Guelph.
Nice. There you go.
Okay. Um. Well, what's your favorite thing to do?
Uh, Listen and play music.
What's your favorite thing to
I think I like steak best.
like, Dad? Okay. Oh, what's your favorite sport?
Tennis.
Okay. What's your favorite video game?
I've never played one in my life.
Not in her life.
Now moving on to
Well,
Kaden.
wait, Tetris. I played
Oh, yeah.
Tetris, and I think I played Pac-Man once when it first came out.
So which one do you think's better?
Out of those two,
Yeah.
probably Tetris gets your brain working better.
So you chose Tetris?
Yes.
Okay. Now moving on to Kanan with Kanan.com. So what's your favorite color?
My favorite color would be probably purple.
And why?
That is a good question. People don't know why they like colors. They just do. They affect them emotionally sometimes. They get a feeling from it. It makes them feel good, warm and fuzzy. There's no black and white question on that one.
Okay. So my next question is what's your favorite number
22.
and why?
I don't know why. It's all my life. I like twos, so 22 has been my favorite color.
It's not your favorite color, it's a number.
Favorite number.
Okay. My last question is I have two more after. I have one more after. What's your favorite letter?
Let me give me a minute on that.
Favorite letter? You know what? You don't have to have a favorite everything. People have actually thrown it in his face when he was 6. You don't.
think I know
Next,
yours.
no favorite. No one has a favorite. Moving forward.
I don't know about that one. Honestly, it's a tough question.
Let's say it's A since you're starting of their
Okay,
name is A.
A then.
Yeah.
Oh, ding. Okay. The last thing is how could we contact to book you?
Oh, how to book me? Oh, if I wanted someone to contact me for my house concerts, it's Treasure Molly's Music at gmail.com.
Okay.
That was a good question,
Is
King.
there social media?
It's Treasure Molly on Facebook. I think I've made one tweet in my life, and I think it's also Treasure Molly's Music, the same. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But my next show is Jack DeKaiser, April 17th. It's a Sunday, 3 p.m.
Okay.
It'll go till about 6:30. It's $25 per person, and you bring your own beverage. I supply snacks and that kind of thing. And I have limited seating, so probably up to 30 seats.
Sounds like fun.
Yes, it always is fun at my house.
Can kids come?
If they want to pay.
I'll have to save up some money for that.
Okay.
We're going back to my dad.
Well, I think Jack DeKaiser, I think he put it on his website. I
Yeah.
haven't checked that.
Well, that's great. No, for some local stuff. I reached out to him.
And only with my, email address, no phone numbers or address. I don't want my address on his website.
Right. I'm not putting your address up here either. So it's basically tongue-in-cheek, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and maybe if she knows you and likes you, she might let you into one of these fancy parties.
Yeah, I don't want just people walking in off the street. That's
All
not
right.
the kind of thing.
No, that's not the plan for these. And these parties are called salon parties.
That's correct.
All right. Now we're back to my dad. Holy moly. There we are. Yeah, they are cute. They make them that way so you don't eat them. I'm more frustrated. I've never been on so many mental drugs in my life just to calm me down. I got a new one over here who's almost a teenager who's testing my limits at every turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he likes music, and music is one of those things that we seem to connect a little bit. But then I think we also meet as two frustrated artists, or two frustrated creative people, rather. Can't really call it art. But yeah, two frustrated people. We like to play. We like to jam. I'm at your place jamming all the time. That's where I've met. I'm probably met a lot of traveling, working musicians.
Yes.
I didn't ask. I'm not a very good networker, as you know. I'm just I'm there, kind of sort of to jam, because I don't have a lot of people in my day to day that hey, you want to play some? Do you want to play? Doesn't happen all that often. And you, is that the same thing? Is that the motivating factor, other than a couple of putting some coin in some friends who are?
Of course, that's, I'm doing it because it's something that I love to do.
You've been doing this a while. I mean, supporting music, going to live shows. I mean, I would have asked your first live show that you went to.
I was 11. I went to see The Fifth Dimension at Exhibition Stadium. My girlfriend's parents took me.
Man, I wish I was educated enough to know.
Oh, they were an R&B band from around 1968 or something like that. I was 11, so it was in 1968. I think they started earlier. I think they were already famous by then. So they sang a song called "Won't You Marry Me, Bill."
Won't you marry me, Bill? Was it a female singer?
Oh yes, it was a female. There was men and women in that band, and Bill was in the band.
Right.
And I guess they were married or something. But they were really great, American singers.
It would have been more bold if it was a male.
Yes, of course. And then my first real rock band was Joe Cocker
Oh, wow. Where did you see him?
at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Oh, the Gardens. It's gone. Wow. So there you are. So that's nostalgic. There's certain bands and there's certain people not that you follow around, but you would, meet up with them anywhere.
Yeah, I support a lot of live music.
Right. No, that's what I mean. I mean,
Yeah, pretty much every weekend I'm out. I just got a text from Rick McHugh asking me what I'm up to tonight, or what I'm up to today.
yeah, I listened to his new CD. Clearly he's either from the East Coast or he wants to be from the East Coast.
Well, he's from Newfoundland.
Well, that would make sense then.
He's got about 14 songs on the radio there currently.
Wow. What? No, not wow. Yeah, makes sense. He is very specific. And when you're listening to the song, now, right?
And Jane Siberry's been doing them for years.
Right. No, it's fantastic. So we've got salon parties, which
In
is
Europe, they're huge.
right, which is taking your home, turning it into a place where everyone can BYOB, and they should be in some form of walking distance to this location, giving some celebrities an opportunity, or people who are handy with their art, to be involved with a very intimate crowd of people who are there for exactly that. Not, oh, by the way, there's a stage in the corner and we're going to be entertaining. Impromptu. This is people coming out and it's the pay to play. So that's great. So saloon parties, we're hopefully going to do at some point. Just when they take off, it's a once a month scenario.
If it grows too big, because my place is not that big, I would probably have to look in different places to hold these.
Isn't that the point? The quaintness of having that's that intimate. I was at this house party and I paid to see Paul James. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That versus I went to a bar where Paul James is playing.
Yes. Well, it's nice that you can rub shoulders with the artist. You can get them to sign you buy a CD and get them to sign it.
Right. Oh, and the artists can bring their CDs. Right. There's the other side. They can bring posters. Sure.
And, and I've also talked to another friend of mine. She's an artist that makes these little accessory type things. And I told her that she could set up a stand. And, so, it's more of an arts event than anything else, right?
Right.
I've talked to Paul Reddick. He would certainly be willing to come and play harp with his guitar player, Greg Cockrell. And somebody like Jay Amar would be willing to come. I probably could get Scarlet Jane, the girls, to come and sing and play guitar. So there's a whole, myriad of people that would be willing to do this thing.
That intimate moment of meeting people who are there to actually see you.
Hmm.
Instead of the, as I say, the impromptu. There's music every Friday and Saturday night. People just show up to support live music, not knowing who's there that Friday or Saturday night. It's just, this isn't the bar I come to Friday and Saturday night. Versus everyone in the room is here specifically, pre-sold tickets for this particular show. And again, I'm pushing variety. I think you could also go with juggling, as long as you got the high ceilings.
I do.
And you can go outside, right? You can have the outside parties as well, as long as you
I
invite
have
your
a
neighbors.
deck too, right?
Well, you
So
got to invite your neighbors if you're doing the outside party, that's for sure.
I always invite them anyway.
This is the inside out venue where you got the band who is a cover band, where they've always wanted to do originals, but wouldn't do it in a bar. But at a salon party,
Hmm.
you could invite all your friends to hear your originals and feel good about it. And hosting it in a specific place where it's kind of central to everybody. You can have it at your own house, but that just gets weird. Oh, I don't think I'm talking 22 pieces with a slide trombone.
No,
No.
but
What do you think we're talking about here?
full drum kit.
Well, no, see, that's where you have to, you don't get the full drum kit. You would have the snare
Right.
and a shaker. I mean, the guy.
Yeah, just a percussion, and
Yeah, I mean, but you would have your 2-3 guitars and a singer.
yep.
But
Yep.
I don't know if you'd have to have an amplifier or not, except,
Well, they all want one.
yeah, but it makes it easier to sing. I mean, I actually thought singers actually sang.
Yeah.
But really, the sound guy's really helping you a lot. I
Well,
mean,
Rick doesn't. He's not big on microphones at house parties.
no, he's resident. He
Yeah.
has some timbre to his voice where it
And
probably.
also, he's from Newfoundland, and they did. They have kitchen parties, and nobody used microphones there.
Well, you don't need it. You're not in a kitchen. You got the acoustics. It's like having a bathroom party. I mean, come on.
I guess so.
Yeah.
They call them kitchen parties, but they're not always in the kitchen.
No, I'm always in the kitchen. I love going to people's houses with the kitchen. That's where the ice is, normally where they keep the mix. So I got my kids in the room, and they do listen to music, and they are involved with music, and it's. I keep telling them it's just like a good book, movie. It's escapism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, music you can lose yourself in. Right?
Yeah. And I want to say it's a positive, good thing, because you should do that once in a while. Problem is that I'm not too sure. How do you say? I mean, be an architect, and most architects I've ever met know how to play an instrument, or 5. Side very small. So far, you've been mentioning more duos, more 2-piece event type
Yeah.
scenario, intimate. James was just him and an acoustic. How did that go?
That was very, very good. People loved it.
Yeah, it was just him and an acoustic.
Yes.
Very nice. I have actually never heard that. He's always been fully rocked out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He does lots of solo shows.
Okay.
And acoustic shows, he calls them, right? And so he did a show that was he called it Bob and Robert. So he did a combination of Bob Dylan songs and Robert Johnson songs in the whole set.
Right. And that's its own audience as well, right? I mean, who knows? I mean, do they still have the audience?
Well, Robert Johnson was a huge influence on Dylan, right? So it makes sense to do those two.
Right, but you need to be in. You need to know that. That's like a. Is that a known thing, or is that it's known if you know who Bob Dylan is, or, man, no, you have to be a fanatic or a fan.
Well, if you know about Bob Dylan a little bit, you know that his biggest influences growing up were the blues, the Southern blues, right?
No, I get confused all the time. I mean, Ray Charles was actually a country singer. I mean, I get weirded out by a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. So I didn't know that. I was always turned on by pretty sounds. I actually don't. I'm a parody person. I don't listen to words. The words hypnotize people, and I don't listen to the words. I kind of just hear the melody because I can't explain it. And if I don't have to learn the words to sing it, I'm not learning the words of that song.
Yeah, well, for him, it's a lot of the phrasing. more than just the words.
No, exactly. Well, so now that even makes it even more Shakespearean. It's the delivery. It's how the message gets across. So it's not like I couldn't understand Neil Young when people asked me to listen to Neil Young. And then when we sat around to play the song, it was fun to play every single song an acoustic guitar playing guy. There isn't one song that isn't fun to play.
Yep.
But
Yep.
none of them are fun to listen to. Because I'm missing the point.
Yeah.
I like crooners.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dean Martin.
Oh yeah.
No, but that's kind of where I go. I mean, I like the Velvet Fog.
Yeah.
I like people who I like Michael Bublé.
Well, he's talented, but I wouldn't buy a CD.
No, I'm not buying any of their CDs, but I would listen to them and go, there's as a guy who should be singing, not even though I'm pretty sure Michael Bublé is actually also writing his songs, their originals as well. But as a Canadian,
Well, it's one thing to appreciate a good voice and a nice, singer and all that, but it doesn't mean that you actually like it. Appreciation of something is totally different, right? Like I can appreciate Celine Dion, but don't really like, her sing. I mean, I don't like listening. I wouldn't sit down and listen to her.
yeah, I don't even think I appreciate her.
Well, I mean, her biggest influence was Barbra Streisand, right?
Yeah, I don't like Barbra Streisand.
I'm not-
I like
I-
Bette Midler.
Pardon?
I like Bette Midler. If I had to choose a singer to listen to and be entertained for 45 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm going Bette Midler.
Well, Bette Midler's more of an overall entertainer.
Yeah, well, this is what I want. I like variety, and I'm pretty sure and a good.
Streisand's voice is just something really spectacular,
I don't know. I really liked how SCTV parodied her.
Oh my god.
You cross your eyes when you hit a high note.
Yeah.
Yeah, the joke's funnier than the truth.
Oh my god.
You hold on. Are you a fan of the voice
Yeah.
for Barbra Streisand?
The
didn't get
voice more.
Right, like she's still in the category of Celine Dion.
Yes.
All right, we're not buying her CDs either.
No.
It's a Barbra Streisand Christmas.
No.
No.
Won't be doing that. I don't buy anybody's Christmas. There was a Bob Dylan Christmas.
I don't buy any. Oh, what?
Well, I buy mostly new bands coming up, like if I go see a new band and I like them, I'll buy their CD. But for the most part, I'm not buying CDs, I mean, I have so much music here. If I wanted to put something on, I could, I went to see a band last week called the Jerry Cans
Okay.
from the Northwest Territories.
Okay.
And they did this thing. Well, the one person in the band was Inuit. The rest were white, but mostly from that Inuit or whatever. I don't know how to say it. Inuit. And
Hold on, none of it.
Nunavut.
Yeah, I wrote a nice little parody for that one.
And anyway, the girl who is the Inuit girl, she does this thing called throat singing,
Oh no, I know what that is.
and it was amazing. And I went and I paid $20 for their CD, and really the music sounds Newfoundland to me. It has a real strong Newfoundland sound with the violin and the accordion and all the different great instruments. But the difference is this throat singing thing that she does, and it's quite unique and quite interesting. So okay.
All right, so we'll let the kids go. We'll let you go. Thank you.
Yes. So when do you have to tell me when this is?
Yes, of course. I'll be posting this through Facebook, and I will be advertising it in the Toronto area because it doesn't make any sense anywhere else.
Okay.
And then I'll be liking, sharing, and that's conceptually the idea. So, I also once every 4 weeks I do a shout out as well using email. So I'll probably end up doing the email as well for this one as well, letting people know, and I'll put the link for Jack in there to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, how did I do?
I don't know. We're still going. Yeah, we're still going. How did I do halfway? You're falling. You're jumping out of a building. Am I there yet? You'll know it when you're there.
Well, you said we're ending, so I was wondering.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't stop myself. I'll record. I find that there's certain people that I've been doing some radio stuff with that I say, you know what, there's no reason to talk socially anymore if we're not recording. It's just so funny because we're just keeping it on. We're just bouncing ideas. And I said, well, this is what we do. Why would we not record it? Well, we can't do it now.
You know, I need, I do need 30 people for this show because Jack is quite expensive.
No, I understand. So needing 30 people, but 30 people of Jack. So we'll be posting it with our, we have the 3 sponsors as well, and they'll all post it on their walls. And this is the idea. Like I guess the way I could ask to promote even further would be that's why people give stuff away, because share this and you could win passes. The problem is that this is a party where you have to let people into your house, so it's really a friend of a friend situation or no go.
Yeah,
which is what social media is, anyways.
The only thing I could do is 3. Maybe I should do buy 3 tickets, get the 4th free.
Oh, okay. So there's a group situation. You'll give up a deal for some people.
Yes.
All right. Well, there you go. That's a good one. So we'll put that in there too. So if you want to contact you, there you are. You got a deal now. Bam! Just say you heard it on the cast.
Yes.
Was that good?
Theme song!
Yes, I signed my soul on the dotted line.